Hello, are you ready to stretch with me? Whether you feel like you really need it or that you don't, this is just such an excellent practice for yourself, for a little bit of self-healing. We're living in such a fast-paced world now that it's actually quite traumatic. It's quite traumatic for our caveman, cavewomen brains to keep up the pace with that, and it can have such a massive impact on our cortisol levels. When I talk about cortisol, I don't mean to brand cortisol as the bad guy. We really need it. It's part of what keeps us alive, and it's so important to us. But in this day and age, our increased levels of cortisol have such a huge impact on females in particular. It can really mess with our hormones, even when we don't feel like there's any imbalance there. The majority of us have really not great hormonal fluctuations because of the stress that we are under nowadays. So this kind of practice is so important. Even if you feel like you don't need it, please make it part of your every week bare minimum, and I promise that you will notice a big difference. So let's get started. We're just going to start to move around a little bit. We'll find our nice squishy zones that we're quite used to doing now if you've been practicing with me. And if you haven't, all that means is on the inside of the thighs, we've got some really nice pressure points here. So any squishy bits on the inside of your thighs there, really nice just to press into with an elbow or the palm of your hand here, can be really nice. And then just really breathing into it as well. So big inhales and really long, nice exhales. And then having a little bit of awareness as well on how you feel. So some self-awareness here on, do my shoulders feel really tight and close to my ears here? Are my hands clenched? Is my hand up like this, even though I think I'm relaxed? But there's clear signs there that I'm not relaxed, and we just want to take that into account. We don't want to judge ourselves for it because we know that we don't have much control over what has provided us with that level of stress. But we want to be aware so that we can give ourselves permission almost to relax a little bit more. And we're always so busy as well, thinking about everything else. What's next? What am I cooking for dinner? What am I doing for work tomorrow? What's in the kids' homework? I don't know. So many things. All these different things. Did I feed the dog? I don't know. But the thing is, he'll come and tell you. Don't worry about it. So right now, this is the most important thing for you to do. There's nothing else that's more important here, and it's not going to take as long. And if you can do this for yourself, you're going to be so much better for all of those people and those animals around you. And in fact, I was reading some literature on this the other day, and when you take care of yourself in this way, you actually become a little bit stronger and a little bit more impenetrable to toxic people and environments around us as well. So it's such an important practice, such an important grounding practice to be able to relax a little bit, and it almost develops a healthy defense shield because you're more in harmony with yourself. So when things do go on around you, you can respond a little bit better and in a way that protects yourself and is also quite good for other people as well. So let's take a crawl back here, just nice and easy. Easy in your head and neck. Just go as far as it's comfortable for you. Or maybe take an inhale here and raise the hips if that feels nice. And with our exhale, we'll lower the hips and take a wander, balance them from one side to the other. You might want to use something just to raise you off the ground right now. Nice and easy in your head and neck. And don't force anything too much here. It's not about how far you can go towards the ground, it's just about how it feels. You might want to take a wander over to one side. See how that feels. Is there anything calling to you over here? Are you listening to your body and what it's telling you, or are you just forcing a stretch? Find where it works. Take another wander over to the other side there. It's just so nice when you actually start to listen to your body. And I love that I get to do this with our community and hear all of your wonderful things. Please keep letting me know through comments on here or on my Instagram. I'm usually on more on my Instagram page a little bit more. I'll get back to you a little bit sooner. And we'll take a wander up. But I love hearing everybody's stories and even joining in the recipes. So thank you so much for keeping this going. Big inhale here. And with your exhale, take a twist round to your left side there. And with your next inhale, just allowing your chest to rise there. And with your exhale, you can move round a little bit more. Maybe take a gaze over that shoulder. See if that feels nice for you. And don't force any tension anywhere. Keep this movable, moving and movable. And then we'll come back to the center. Take another inhale, big stretch high. Maybe even a back bend feels nice here before you twist on round. So just take your time, do what works for you. Every inhale raises us. Every exhale allows us to twist on round. Nice and easy. And being movable again. Moving around in your body, not forcing anything. If it doesn't want to be there, you can bring your hands back a little bit. Maybe take another wee stretch. Push into your chest there. Just by pushing against the palms of your hands, opening up a bit more in your shoulders, and we'll take another crawl forward again. So we're going to, I've not done this for a wee while, we're going to come onto our hands and knees here and play about with our wrists a little bit there. So nice and gently, our wrists are quite vulnerable, they're quite fragile, but it's quite nice if they're feeling tight just to play around with a little bit of a stretch there. So we unweight and we allow that wrist just to move around there, and we can lean into it a little bit. Don't do anything that hurts you, but just leaning into it, feeling anything that's nice. You might want to do the same on the other side. So we lean away, we free it up, and then we turn it around. And we give it that little bit of space. And this can be quite nice if you do quite a bit of calisthenics, if you're on your body quite a lot as well. And again, leaning away, freeing it up, leaning away. And we might want to go a little bit further. This is a bit of a deeper stretch here. You might want to do one at a time, or if you're really feeling it, you can go for both at the same time. Just find what's comfortable for you. Don't do anything that doesn't feel nice. You can make little circles. You can just ease in and out of it, back and forth. Anything at all. And every time we come out of it, we unweight from one side, unweight to the other, unweight from one side, unweight to the other. And even sometimes going in the opposite direction here, palms up, can feel quite nice. But just go nice and easy. Don't do anything that hurts. We don't want to hurt. We want to be useful here. And from here, we'll go for a thread the needle. So we'll take a big open up in that right side there. Exhale and thread on through underneath that left arm. If you want to use anything to raise that shoulder, your cushion, your blankets, anything at all. And remember, being nice and easy with your hips. Movable. And when you're ready, we'll ease on out of that stretch there. We'll take an inhale on the other side. Exhale and thread on through underneath that right arm. Nice and easy. Big deep breaths. And when you're ready, coming on up here, we'll take a wee shimmy over. Sit onto your left hip there and just find a nice easy pigeon. So we're just easing on in. Don't force anything that you don't like. And then find a pigeon that feels nice for you. You don't want too much strain through your knees, so if anyone ever tells you or forces you into a position here with a pigeon, just don't do it, because it's not worth it. If you've got too much of a stretch on that knee, or if there's any pain, you're just going to damage yourself. So your body's telling you not to do it for a reason. And if this is nice for you and you want to come down a bit further but the floor doesn't feel so good, bring something in and just lay on top of it, and you can keep it a little bit higher there. Just see where it works. Or if you want to go lower, you can bring that down as well. When you're ready, we'll ease back on up. Take a little wander, see if you want a wee twist here. If it doesn't feel nice, just back off. Maybe even an open up might feel quite nice, or bringing that back foot in for a little bit of a easy forward and back. Anything that feels nice on you is absolutely fine. Just go with it. Find what works. Ease out if it's not so nice. And then leaning into that hip, we'll just spin on round and we'll do exactly the same on the other side there. So easing in, finding a pigeon that works for you. Don't force anything that doesn't. You can bring something in to lean on or don't. Just anything at all. And being very aware of your knees and how they're enjoying this stretch. So the stretch shouldn't be in the knee at all. It could be anywhere else. We're really looking for it in the glutes, the hamstrings, maybe even the lower back a little bit. There's many places around the hips that can feel this, but certainly not in the knees. So if you feel that stretch in the knee, just back off. Always back off. And if you want to, you can bring it on down a little bit if it's feeling comfortable for you. And again, you don't need to use a pillow if you don't want to. You can go a little bit further if that feels nice for you. And if you've ever been in a situation in a class where a guide has come over and put you into a position and it doesn't feel good for you, just go back to where you were, because only you know how it feels. Especially this one with the knees. We just want to work with our body. And when you're ready, finding a little twist if that feels good. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just back off. As we said, you might want to open up a bit here, or even bring that back foot in a little bit. And you can bend with it, just moving nice and easy in your body. Again, this is all about being intuitive, in tune with yourself, and listening here. Find what works. And then when you're ready, we'll come back on round again. So we'll find a nice forward fold again if that works for you. So Coming a little bit forward, nice and easy in the head and neck. When you're ready, we'll take a wander back. And with your exhale, we'll crawl on forward and keep your knees soft here, and they can be as close to you as you want your knees to be. Remember, this isn't how it looks, it's how it feels. You can even do a little bit of self-shiatsu here, a little squeeze of the outer calf can feel nice. Finding some nice pressure points. Again, easing on out of that. We'll come on back, maybe bring the feet together a little bit. Ease on off and coming on forward. And just easy over, nice and easy in the head and neck, nothing too forceful. And again, finding your feet here, you might want to find some nice pressure points. Again, a little bit of self-shiatsu in here can be really nice. Finding the centre of the ball of your foot there can be good, wiggling your toes. It's a nice wee release for the body. If you're feeling crampy at all, if you are in your luteal or menstrual phase, you might want to find your reproductive line on the inside of the ankle there, so it's just about 2-3 fingers up from the ankle, and just a nice wee gentle bit of pressure in there can help to relieve your cramps. Just gently, and if you don't like to follow any of this Eastern science, it just feels really good anyway, so why not give yourself a little bit of a massage. And when you're ready, we'll just stay up sitting here. We'll take a few breaths together. You might be comfortable with your legs crossed, or you might prefer them out, or just sit in a chair. Just find whatever is nice for you, or even having your cushion just underneath your buttocks there might be nice. And when you get there, just lower your gaze or close your eyes. We'll take a nice big inhale. A long exhale. Big inhale. Long exhale. Big inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart center on your tummy or down. One more big breath together. I hope you enjoyed that it made you feel really good, stretched off all those areas that needed stretching off, and that you became a little bit more in tune with yourself as well. So if you enjoyed that, continue to practice. Please follow me for more. Share this with someone that you think might need it. I put all of my yoga up here for everybody, because I feel like it's really important for us to feel good. So feel free to share it. I do not mind. I want to spread the word of ease. That's the most important thing. So if you enjoyed it, give it to someone that you feel could use that little bit of self-care as well. Okay, have a lovely day or a lovely evening, whatever you're about to do, and I will see you next time. Take care.